Hey guys, welcome to Footy Fans TV. I hope everyone's doing well. So today we're going to talk to you about the French Revolution at Real Madrid. Now we did post something on our Instagram, follow us there. All of the links to our socials are down in the description below this video, but Instagram is at Footy Fans TV, the Twitter is at Footy Fans TV with a number 1 on the end, and the YouTube is Footy Fans TV. So go check it out, follow, subscribe. Turn on notifications so you can be made aware of when new content comes out straight away. Now there's 3 players specifically that we were focusing on, and they were?
Mbappé, Camavinga and Upamecano.
Right, so Mbappé, currently at PSG, won the World Cup, won the league with PSG. Everyone pretty much knows about Kylian Mbappé, and he's at the peak of his powers at this point. Looks like he's only going to continue to get better and better. He's been very clear about his stance with his PSG contract. So do you want to expand on that one?
So he's not going to renew his contract. So unfortunately for PSG fans, he'll be gone by the end of his contract. Probably to Real Madrid. I think it's 90% done. He visited the facilities a few years ago before even going to Monaco. So I think it's a done deal. It's just in the line of what he's been doing his whole career. He's very settled. He knows what he's going to do. He knows what his next step is. And it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I think no club can come in. I know there's rumours about Liverpool. There's rumours he's going to Real Madrid.
Listen, there's always going to be rumours about clubs with money. Manchester United, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Bayern, Munich. Real Madrid, obviously Zidane's there. If Zidane stays there, French manager, good connections with the French national team, French players, knows them very well. I think that is pretty much a done deal as well. Madrid are going through a transition year this year. So it's very well publicised that they've been impacted by the pandemic. I believe they've lost 1/3 of their valuation. They're not in a position right now to go and spend 200 million, 300 million euros on players. They need to get big wages off of their books. They're trying to sell Gareth Bale for 22 million and subsidise half of his salary. Yeah. They just sold James Rodriguez to Everton. Who knows how they structured that deal? They've got an ageing squad. So Kylian Mbappé is seen as a long-term successor to the likes of a Karim Benzema, natural replacement for even players that play out on the wide. They spent big money on Eden Hazard. They still need to pay that off in installments. So the other player that you mentioned, Camavinga. So talk to us a little bit about Camavinga.
So he's a very, very talented player. He plays as an attacking midfielder on the wing. The few games I've seen and I've watched of him, scored, assists. So he's constantly attacking, constantly creating.
17?
If I had, 16 turning 17. He is similar. Now I'm taking it large, similar to Leroy Sané in the sense of he's about pace, technically very good, and constantly attacking. So it's difficult to defend against him. He's only 17, constantly attacking. Something about him. He's in a French team as well. He's been called up, so he's officially a French first team.
I think he's the youngest ever player to score in the French national team, and maybe the youngest ever player to represent the national team as well.
Clearly there's a massive, change in French football because they used to have only old guys that would make the team. If you look at Giroud, he's still there. You're looking at other players that are still, in the French league and the French team. But the fact that he's linked age 17 to Real Madrid, it's a double-sided coin. Like, it could go wrong because he's so young and peaking so young can be a problem. Or he can go there. I think the way he's dealing with his career, him and his agent, is very good.
Yeah.
Because he was linked last season.
Yeah. And
he decided to speak to Rennes, stay an extra year, and I think now it's been agreed that he will stay until the end of his contract. Okay. Or a year before his contract.
I think it's a year before his contract because his current contract expires June 2022, exactly the same as Kylian Mbappé. And he said to them, I'm not renewing. I will stay for one more season. I'll be 17, 18 at that point in time. Valuation somewhere around 40 million euros. So it makes sense. Not a lot of money to pay for a young, promising player. We'll see what happens with Camavinga. Looks like a good prospect for the future. The other position that we talked about, Upamecano. So he's at Leipzig. He's doing well. He's also been called up to the French national squad. So there's a pattern here of young players doing well.
Scored for France.
So obviously that only adds to his premium. Seen as a long-term successor to someone like a Sergio Ramos. Madrid want to bring him in. I'm not putting him up there with Sergio Ramos. There's a lot that needs to be done. But they want to get Upamecano. Now, he renewed his contract with Leipzig till 2024. But this one seems like a bit more of a civil agreement because they reduced his buyout clause in the contract from 60 million euros to 45 million euros, which looks like it makes it attractive for another club to come in and buy him. I think they've had a conversation with the player. They've said, you're young, you're doing well here. If a big club comes in for you, we'll have that conversation with them, but stay for another season, give us a little bit more, and then we'll let you go happily. Wish you all the best for the future. I think that one will happen as well. I can't see him staying at Leipzig, as good as they are. We've seen them lose players like Timo Werner's gone now as well. So I don't think they're going to be the same team. Having said that, there's obviously other players in the market. So Zidane's been very vocal about his admiration of these three players that we've talked about. They're going to be part of this revolution at Real Madrid. If he can't get them, there's other players that are being put in the mix. So Badiashile from Monaco, I believe, is being linked there. And also Erling Haaland, who's at Dortmund, is being linked with Real Madrid. It's all of the young, upcoming players that you think about. They're always linked with the Galacticos, Los Blancos, biggest club in the world.
Superpower in terms of finances. I do think German teams are very good with players, with nurturing them, bringing them up. I do think it's a very good thing. You know, the whole situation with the contract, bringing it down, it will be more attractive. 60 million is a bit too much for a player that's really young. His performance with France, I watched the game. First half wasn't up to what I was expecting of a player worth 60 million and linked to Real Madrid. But he stepped up. He had a great second half. He's a good player. I think he will go. I don't think he will go to Real Madrid.
Interesting.
But I think he will go to a much bigger team. He needs that step. There is a big step between Leipzig and Real Madrid. That's a massive step. You're going from a top 3, top 4 in Germany to the best club in the world.
We can call them that.
And will he be able to make that step? I don't know. Only time will tell us. But I think if it happens, it's a very good step for him.
So, 3 young upcoming talents. Keep an eye on them. Most people have probably heard of Mbappé. Probably even heard of Upamecano if you follow football. Camavinga is relatively new, so do your research on him. We'll continue to keep you guys updated. Follow us on the socials. But the most important thing in these videos is you guys, so we want you to subscribe, like, comment below. So from me, goodbye.
And for me, I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.